Projection is all about how much pressure, breath pressure, you need to build up behind the vocal cords in order to commence and sustain the phrase with an intensity or power that matches the content or story of the phrase you're singing. For example, it's common for beginner singers to be aware that they need a lot of pressure or intensity in the sound to begin the phrase and then to go ahead and overdo it, okay, by overcompensating. For instance, let's take the opening phrase of Someone Like You from Jekyll and Hyde, which by the way is included in the application in Song Lesson. So that opening phrase goes like this. I peered through windows, watched life go by. Okay, so that's how the opening phrase should go. Notice how I still had lots of energy and projection, but I was also in alignment with the dynamics required to sing the phrase tenderly. Now listen as I demonstrate what it would sound like if I used too much energy, intensity, or pressure behind the sound. I peered through windows, watch life go by. Okay, did you notice how it was too forced? I built up too much pressure and therefore the dynamic level was out of proportion to the dynamic level that the lyrics were asking for. It lost authenticity and balance, and I also went beyond what my voice is capable of producing properly in terms of volume, and therefore my chords blew apart and the tone became weak and breathy. So it's really important to sing within your means, meaning that you don't try to force the breath in order to get a louder sound. If your current vocal dynamic range is, only so much, then sing well within those limits and be sure to keep working on your breath pressure to expand that dynamic range, during your practice sessions. And you can tell if you're building up too much pressure or moving beyond your current vocal dynamic range when you lose power and clarity in your vocal tone. And you'll find that instead of creating resonance and achieving projection, you're blowing so much air through the cords that you're losing resonance and power and creating more of a breathy sound that simply won't carry to your audience. That's where this exercise is really going to help you. Through it, you'll build up a sensitivity to what is too much and what is just enough pressure to achieve good, clear projection, whether you're singing softly or whether you're singing a more dynamically powerful phrase. Like any other vocal technique, there is no quick fix for achieving vocal power. Vocal projection is a skill that's developed through practice, trial and error, and experience. And with that said, let's give exercise number 1 a go, shall we?